The problem emerged subsequent to the contract with a security company expiring on the 31st of March 2020. So it means subsequent to that, there was no link between that alarm system and the security company. And also the equipment per se was not maintained. So new batteries was, for instance, not installed in case of load shedding.
Okay, so absent the renewal of the contract, the station or the office couldn't do anything about this alarm situation?
No, those type of processes need to be dealt with by supply chain management within the provincial office of the DPCI, or if it's depicted within the fashion that it's perhaps the responsibility of the owner of the building. Okay. I do not know what was the case at Port Shepstone.
Thank you. Thanks, General.
Thank you, General. And then paragraph 62 on page 23.
This may indeed be what FSL communicated to the investigating officers when requests were made to FSL, but I wish to highlight the matter that casts doubt on the veracity of this version. On the 9th of July 2021, a few weeks after the 541 kilogram cocaine seizure, officials seized 700 kilograms of cocaine in Aeroton, Johannesburg. The Aeroton cocaine exhibits were transferred to FSL on 19 July 2021 for analysis and storage. If FSL had capacity on 19 July 2021 to store 700 kilograms, it is unclear why it did not have capacity for 541 kilograms 3 weeks earlier or at any time before the 2021 theft in Port Shepstone.
But does FSL have a dedicated space for drugs? I'm just thinking, what if they had in storage something else altogether?
Commissioner,
I'm just thinking maybe focus now is just on drugs. And you know, when last did you store drugs? You stored them on 19 July 2021. But that does not also answer the question, what else could have been stored during that period?
Commissioner, I do not have detailed knowledge about how forensic science are going about their business. But what I